Hey guys, Jaggist here. This is Jaggist Reviews. Alright, so I was gonna wait to do this battle until one of the very last battles I've done, but I've had so many people asking about it that it is in fact gonna be the second battle that I do versus the JBL Boombox 4. Now this is the JBL Boombox 4 that's on the left. I got the camo version. It is the PL version, so it is slightly less good than the TL version from what I understand, but Boombox 4 is a Boombox 4, right? So we're going to put that up against the Zealot Ze21. Now, this is probably my most favorite Zealot speaker I own. Really love the Zealot S95. It's a great smaller size speaker. And then the Zealot S89 actually sounds awesome as well, but it does have the passive radiator issue, which is a super easy fix. So if you don't mind just fixing it yourself, it's super easy and sounds great as well. Now, first and foremost, the Zealot is a large speaker, as you can see. Weird shape, but honestly, doesn't bother me at all. Now, the Zealot is gonna cost you, it used to be more, so on Amazon right now, I believe it's like 230 bucks, but with the coupon, I believe it's at like 169, which is incredibly inexpensive for what you're getting. Now, I love Zealot. It's a cheaper brand, but they're not cheap speakers. They're actually pretty dang well made. Beastly, super heavy duty, good fabric wrap body. Obviously, all of these speakers are plastic. The more Zealot comes out with speakers, the better, in fact, that they've been getting. So their older speakers, not as good, but as they've been progressing, they've definitely upped their build quality and everything else like that, in my opinion. The Zealot Ze21 is currently my bass king, I would say. Like the best of the best as far as bass goes, the lowest reaching and the most thud you're gonna get as far as that low, deep sub bass. Now it does have a proper three-way setup, so it does have two tweeters, two mid-range drivers, and then one oval subwoofer right directly in the middle, and then it's flanked by two massive passive radiators on the side. Has a big battery. Altogether, really awesome speaker. I do have it on vocal EQ. I think that does sound the best for this speaker. Now, obviously, you can use the bass boost EQ and get even deeper, more crazy bass, but it does sound a little muddy because the bass kind of overpowers it in that mode. And then standard EQ mode sounds awesome as well, but I do think the vocal EQ just helps bring out the highs a little bit more because it's such a bass-heavy beast of a speaker that you need. I feel like it just needs to be on vocal EQ for this one in particular. We're gonna put that up against the biggest, baddest JBL Boombox speaker out on the market right now. That's the JBL Boombox 4. I'm loving this speaker so far. It's been great. I love JBL. I've had the JBL Boombox 1, 2, and 3. Two of my most favorite speakers I've ever owned in my life was the JBL Boombox 2 and JBL Boombox 3. I put the JBL Boombox 3 up against so many speakers and it absolutely stomped pretty much all of them. So I've always loved JBL and they've always done an incredible job. This one is also really good, super loud, has some crazy bass, but it does have some issues. And I'm hoping that we get some firmware update to address the issues. It does have some distortion problems. And obviously, nobody wants that in any of their speakers. So hopefully they address that quickly. But the biggest difference between the JBL and the Zealot is the JBL used to be a three-way system as well with the two tweeters, two mids, and one subwoofer. Now they have gone back to the two-way system. So it actually has two tweeters and two full like two woofers that handle the mids and the lows. So they did make the woofers bigger than like the JBL Boombox 2, for instance. So it does have two 5-inch, 5 1/4 inch woofers with the two tweeters. And then it does have 2 big passive radiators on each side, but it also has 1 big racetrack passive radiator in the back. Now this does allow it to have some pretty awesome bass. It's definitely an improvement as far as bass and volume goes from the Boombox 3. But it's got the distortion, so I'm really hoping they fix that. And I mean, I hope they fix it quickly so that I can battle it up against these without it having that issue. But this also is going to cost you, in the US at least, $550. It is definitely the most expensive speaker I own. And with tax, you're looking at like $580, $600. Now, in some of the other countries, I've heard it going down to about like $450 to $500, which is definitely an improvement as far as price goes. And also keep an eye on TikTok and a few other places. You might be able to get one of these Black Friday for like $450, something like that, which I think is definitely much more worth it. $550, $600 is definitely a lot of money to spend on a Bluetooth speaker in this day and age for this size of speaker. But anyways, we're going to start these off at 40%. And we've got the Zealot in vocal mode. I've got JBL in its JBL signature mode, which I think sounds the best. Bass boost mode sounds good, but you can get more distortion, especially at higher volumes, whereas the signature mode, you won't get as much. But when you get up to the higher volumes, either way, you're going to get some of that distortion. When it's in its upper bass mode, it actually doesn't have as much of the distortion. So I definitely think it has something to do with the lower bass notes, maybe around the 40 hertz or somewhere in that area. But we're going to battle these up. We got a $550 speaker up against, with a coupon, $160 speaker. So let's see how these sound. And we're going to start off with just some regular pop, just to start. And then we'll go on to other better music right after. Let's go. Starting with Zealot.
Lately I've been feeling like you don't want my love no more.
Boombox.
Sleeping on different sides, problems we can't ignore. Oh, but I've been so caught up in getting my paycheck, I can't even focus. How do we talk?
Zealot.
Nothing that makes sense. I don't even know. So baby, if you're walking out the door, I'll be wasted. I'll be getting drunk like never before until I can't face it.
Boombox. Definitely liking the highs a little bit more on the JBL. The Zealot doesn't open up till higher volumes. Zealot. Let's take it up one notch. Boombox.
I can't even focus. How do we talk when there's nothing that makes sense? I don't even know. So baby, if you're walking,
and I do have Boombox plugged in, so it's getting max power.
I'll be getting drunk like never before until I can't.
Zealot. Bump it up. We're gonna go to 50% on both. Boombox 4. Okay, 50%. Here we go.
So baby, if you're walking out the door,
see if we can hit those low notes. Still on Zealot.
Look, I'm like, if you broke, just say that.
Bump it
Ain't no
up,
need to hate.
55%.
You should know that I don't play that. No, we can't debate. I'm like, if you lame, just say that. Nah, I can't relate, but you should know that we don't play that. So nah, I can't debate.
Boombox.
Bro, just say that. Ain't no need to hate. You should know that I don't play that. Now we can't debate. I'm like, if you lame, just say that. Nah, I can't.
So it's definitely trying to hit that low note.
So now I can't debate. What be wrong with y'all?
Almost starting to get a little distortion though.
And I ain't just called
Zealot.
I knock down all your walls. These talk tough as but when it come time they call the law. And I really do rock with me. So tell me why I need y'all applause. Good God, y'all lame as let's stick to your lane as well. Look like you made to fail. I never could let no shade prevail. And I feel too blessed today. I just got paid like yesterday.
Boombox.
Ooh, the ride. So baby girl, put your away. If you broke, just say that. Ain't no need to hate. You should know that.
Take it up one more notch.
No, we can't debate.
60%.
If you lame, just say that. Nah, I can't relate, but you should know that we don't play that.
Slight
So
distortion.
I can't debate. I'm like, if you broke, just say that. Ain't no need.
Zealot.
You should know that I don't play that. Now we can't debate. I'm like, if you lame, just say that. Nah, I can't relate, but you should know that we don't play that. So now I can't debate. I'm like, what the be?
Do some top speed. Still on Zealot. Both at 60.
Speed it up, speed it up, speed it up, speed it up.
Take it up. 65.
Speed it up, 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 speed it up.
JBL.
Go faster, ayy. Go faster, ayy. Go faster, ayy. Go faster, ayy. Don't wake up, go down. I'm pray to God like a nun. I'm put that on my son. I'm go like 3, 2, 1. Don't smoke, I need my lungs. I stack and feed my funds. I'ma do this, have fun, ayy. I'm blasting, ayy. Don't matter, ayy. Can't match it, ayy.
Zealot.
Faster, ayy. Speed it up, 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 speed it up. Go faster, ayy. Go faster, ayy. Go faster, ayy. Go faster, ayy. You do you, I do me. I'ma take this overseas. I'ma do this with my seeds. Like your hair is bling bling. You heard top speed, that's me. You heard that it up, that's me.
Boombox.
I'ma sound check everything, ayy. I'm blasted, ayy. Don't matter, ayy. Can't match it, ayy. We're faster, ayy. Speed it up, speed it up, speed it up, speed it up, speed it up.
Zealot.
Speed it up.
Hey, we're gonna bring him up.
Go faster, ayy. Go faster, ayy. Go faster, ayy. Go faster.
70%.
Speed it up, 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 speed it up.
Boombox.
Speed it up, go faster, ayy. Go faster, ayy. Go faster, ayy. Go faster, ayy.
Zealot. Let's do some running with the Lions. Bump it up to 80%.
You say you're fine.
Boombox 4.
I can't see right through. You're holding your secrets for way too long. This can't get going on. With every lie, they keep on hurting you, getting away with everything they do. This can't get going on. No, we're gonna find them, and I'm gonna fight for you.
Zealot.
You better start hiding. We'll be running with the lions, lions. We'll be running with the lions, lions. They can't run, they can't hide.
Boombox 4.
They're down. We'll be running with the lions, lions.
Alright, next song, Full Blast.
When I I think about you when my heart is beating, but you didn't know.
Boombox.
Wanna let you in. This is what you do to me. Let's explore this fantasy. I could take you higher than I know you want it. This is all I ask for you. Let me change your
Zealot. Boombox.
You want it, you want it, you want it, you just want night, you want it for life. You think about me.
All right, guys, last song. Better get it right. Still on JBL. Full blast, baby.
You will never understand what I went through. You never were a good listener.
Got that distortion.
A good listener.
Zealot.
You will never understand what you put me through, and you never be a good lover. A good lover. At first I believed I was a lucky one.
Boombox 4.
Just fooling myself. Fooling myself. You think you can got access to me, like we are gonna be okay. We're not okay. So this is gonna take all night. Don't wanna waste no more time. Yeah, you're damn right. Already gave you my loved ones, but
Zealot.
it up, gonna take it all back, 'cause we're a no-go. I know that I do better solo, so move along for God and shadow. Better get it right this time around, yeah, we're a no-go. I know that I do better solo,
Boombox 4.
along for God and shadow. Better get it right this time around. I never heard a silence so loud before. I'm gonna love every minute of it, every second of it.
Zealot.
Longing for that sign of you being gone, so I can hear my thoughts again. Hear my thoughts again. So this is gonna take all night. Don't wanna waste no more time. Yeah, you're damn right. Already gave you my loved ones, but now I'm fed up. Gonna take it all back, 'cause we're a no-go.
Boombox 4.
That I do better solo, so move along for God and shadow.
All right, I'm gonna pause it there. I don't want to do any damage to either of these speakers. So here's the deal. Both of these speakers sound really good. They both get very loud. I would say because of the more highs that the JBL is giving you, I would say it's probably just a little bit louder potentially. Very similar volume-wise. They're just a different kind of volume. Zealot is more of a bassy loud, whereas the JBL, when you get up to those higher volumes, is more of a treble, high treble, bit harsh, really in your face with the treble. So both of these are incredibly loud speakers. They both sound really good. At lower volumes, I definitely think the JBL sounds better at lower volumes. I think that it's got a little bit better highs. The Zealot doesn't get those better highs until you get it up in volume. So that's kind of my only con with the Zealot is it's a bass machine, and it can overpower the highs just a little bit. Once you get up to those higher volumes, the Zealot really comes to life, and the highs are hitting with the treble very accurately and very kind of evenly. So I would say they both have a decent amount of bass. The JBL definitely loses bass past 70%, loses quite a bit of bass, whereas the Zealot holds on to its bass very, very, very much at those high volumes, even when you get to the max volume. It's holding its bass better. It's got more bass at higher volumes. And but at the lower volumes, they're pretty similar on bass. The Zealot is a little bit more bass, but it also overpowers in the bass department a little bit, like I said. So it does hurt the highs a little bit. So that's my only qualm with the Zealot. Yes, it's a bass beast, but the bass definitely can overpower the highs. So take that for what you will. As far as overall sound clarity, I do think the JBL, especially at lower volumes, does have better clarity. It's got that V-shaped sound, so it's got the bass, the lower bass, and the higher highs, dipped out in the mids a little bit, but that does make it indeed sound clearer, where that is where the Zealot does lack. And I'll be the first one to tell you with this Zealot ZE21, the S89 doesn't lack in the highs, so just a little bit different as far as that goes. But if you just want a bass machine, this Zealot is definitely reaching deeper. It's hitting that low, low note on that bass song, on that rap song. It's hitting it with way more authority, and it's hitting it with no distortion whatsoever. When I was playing that rap song at 60% with the JBL, you immediately started to hear that distortion start to happen, even at 60% when it's trying to hit that low, low, low bass. So it's definitely something to do. I think it's over excursion of the woofers themselves, which is why I don't use bass boost mode, because it can absolutely amplify that, and nobody wants that. So both of these are powerful beasts. I think clarity goes to the JBL, but overall bass performance, absolutely the Zealot takes the win. It's got more bass on every volume step and maintains more bass at max volume, and it also is reaching deeper in the bass. And the thing about the Zealot is, if you put it in bass boost mode, though I don't recommend it, it will actually reach even deeper by quite a bit. But the bass boost mode isn't really listenable to me because it overpowers the treble. If you're listening to it at like max volume, then by all means go for it, because then the highs are going to even out by a bit. So clarity, they both have good clarity. JBL has better clarity. Just has the good highs. So that's the thing that lacks with this Zealot, that the other Zealot speakers don't have that issue at all whatsoever. This Zealot does open up a lot at the max volume. The treble's coming out, the clarity's coming out a ton. I think it's matching very well. But from 80% and lower, I do think the JBL has better clarity. I think at a max volume, they both have phenomenal clarity, and they're very, very neck and neck. But JBL is definitely a brighter sounding speaker, and it can be a bit harsh when you get to the max volume. The Zealot is not harsh whatsoever. Like I said, it's a very warm, bassy, bass forward speaker. Not harsh whatsoever. But like I said, that can be a bad thing at those lower volumes. So just keep that in mind. However, the JBL at those higher volumes can get harsh. And I'm sure you did hear, there wasn't a ton of distortion, but the distortion is happening. There's no way to get around it. I'm not going to lie to you and tell you it's the best speaker I've ever heard. I'm not going to lie to you and tell you there's no distortion or it's not harsh at high volumes. I'm not going to lie to you. I buy all these speakers. I just spent $600 buying this. I can show you my receipt on Amazon. I buy these speakers so that I can be truthful to you guys. I can tell you exactly how it is. I'm not sponsored. I don't ever want to be sponsored. I will never, ever have a speaker company tell me how their speaker sounds. Heck no. I'm a speaker enthusiast. I will buy all these myself. I will test them myself, and I will tell you exactly what I hear, exactly how it is, And I know that's going to hurt some people's feelings. I know that people want JBL to be the best, or Tribit to be the best, or Extobo to be the best, or this or that. But guess what? They're all different, and some of their speakers are going to be amazing, and some of them are going to suck, and some of them are going to distort. And I'm here to bring you the truth and tell you exactly how it is. So I'm sorry if that makes anybody mad. I'm sorry if that, upsets anyone or anything like that, but that's just how it is. So as far as these speakers go, though, I think that gives us a good idea and a rough, listen and a real accurate depiction of like what are these capable of doing. And the JBL is a bass machine for sure, but it definitely does not dethrone the Zealot Z21 whatsoever. I'm going to do it against the Zealot S89 next because that's also a bass monster, but it's not lacking in the highs like the ZE21 can. So I think that'll be a very interesting battle for sure because you kind of get the bass of the ZE21, not as much. The ZE21 is just a bass monster. Anyone who has one knows it's insane how much bass it has. But I think that'll be a good one. I'm really interested to see how it does against the Yabox and also the Extobo Wow Max. But yeah, honestly, JBL definitely takes the win as far as the clarity, especially at those lower volumes. It's got that nice, clear, crystal clear sound, and that's JBL's signature. JBL always sounds great, especially as far as the clarity and the highs go. Can get a little harsh at the max volume. Bass goes to the Zealot, without a doubt. It's reaching deeper, it's hitting harder, it's maintaining more bass at max volume. All the way around, the bass goes to Zealot, without a doubt. But they both sound great. They both have some good mids. The JBL's mids get a little garbled in when it's hitting those low lows. It makes that distortion. Stuff happens. So hopefully they fix that because it's a really great speaker other than that. I really think they should have went with a three-way design. I honestly do. As far as instrument separation and vocal separation and all of that, they both are doing great job. The Zealot is giving you a little bit better separation and without the distortion, which is beautiful. But it's not, the JBL isn't really far behind as far as the Zealot goes. Now, when I put it up against the Tribit absolutely has a better instrument separation, and you get that true three-way design where you're not getting that quite as much with the Zealot, though it's still there. This Zealot is mainly for bass heads and people who love bass, who want to rave, who want to party, and just want to feel that bass. That's for you, 100%. So anyways, thanks for watching, guys. Let me know what your honest opinions are down below. Anyone who has a Boombox 4, let me know what you think. How's the distortion for you guys? How is the sound for you guys? Are you getting that weird noise where it almost sounds like when you were a little kid and you were talking through a fan, how it kind of gives you that weird noise sometimes? I know that we also have the TL version, and I know that that can be slightly better with maybe a little less distortion. And so, yeah, let me know what you guys think. Don't forget to like and subscribe. It helps me out a lot. And see you on the next video, guys.